And very good Friday morning. I'm NTV and AMEC meteorologist Eddie Shear. This is your Newfoundland and Labrador weather briefing for Friday, August 8th, 2014. I'm recording this around 9:30 in the morning, Newfoundland Daylight Time. If you've seen my Facebook and Twitter updates this morning, you have noticed that the weather is going to get a little bit wet over the next 24 hours or so. In fact, Environment Canada has already issued rainfall warnings for much of eastern and northeastern Newfoundland for late this afternoon, tonight, into tomorrow morning, as an area of low pressure will pass very close to the Avalon Peninsula, and that's going to bring a band of what looks to be very heavy rain overnight tonight into the beginning of Saturday. As far as amounts go, well, Environment Canada is thinking 20 to 30 millimeters with areas of 60 millimeters or more possible in some spots. And I think that's a good forecast, although some computer models are considerably higher than that. I'll touch on that over the next coming minutes. Getting a look at the current setup. This is from wonderground.com. What you're looking at here is the surface setup with fronts and temperatures and wind. So across the island this morning, we're looking at temperatures primarily in the teens with widespread scattered showers for many areas. The exception, check this out, southwest corner of the island. That's what it looks like at Port-au-Port right now, in the Port-au-Port Peninsula. Some sunny skies, and in fact, visible satellite imagery, which you're seeing here, does show those clearing skies nicely across the southwestern corner of the island. That's pretty much the exception. The rule today is going to be widespread cloud cover. Getting back to the Wonderground Wonder Map, what I want to draw your attention to is this area of low pressure here. This is that low I was talking about yesterday in the Gulf of St. Lawrence, very slow mover. Basically, it's aligned with the upper level low, and when that happens, and you get it blocking high out to the east, which is exactly what we do have now, you get a very slow-moving area of low pressure. So slow-moving lows equals weatherman woes. That's what one of my meteorology professors used to say. So how does this impact our weather? Well, we're basically going to see a piece of energy from this first low spawn another low south of the Avalon Peninsula tonight, and then basically skirt the east coast of the Avalon or pass over it late tonight and tomorrow. What also has me a bit concerned is this stationary front that is sitting right here. Sometimes when you get these slow-moving lows and a lot of moisture around, you look for an area where you might get enhanced rainfall, and that typically will happen where you have a stationary front. So wherever this stationary front waffles to, I think overnight tonight that's where the heaviest rainfall is going to be, and most models actually have it right where this front's to right now, possibly over 60 millimeters in and around that area, which would be the western Avalon, Clarenville area, Bonavista Peninsula. Now if that front slides a little east or a little west, well, the heavier rain should go sort of in the vicinity of that stationary front. So getting a look at what's happening right now as far as rainfall goes. Hopefully I'm not jumping around here too much. Just some scattered showers across the eastern part of Newfoundland. We're also seeing some showers across the western island as well, but the radar on top of Marble Mountain is down right now, so we're not going to get a whole lot of action out of that. So we have to look at the satellite pictures. And yeah, it looks like we are certainly seeing a bit of higher cloud in the Corner Brook area, and I think the latest webcams from here do show it is a bit wet, so do expect some scattered showers throughout the day. It looks like the heaviest rain will not get going until overnight tonight. So this is the RGEM model starting at 9:30 this morning, and what you're looking at here is surface setup. These lines here, lines of constant pressure, where they're closed off like that, that's that area of low pressure I was just showing you right there. So this morning, you see all these green blobs? Those are just scattered showers. Some of them could be quite heavy. We'll step ahead to the afternoon now. This is as of 3:30 in the afternoon. And what you're seeing here is some of these blobs showing up. They're bright colors. The bright colors mean in the last 3 hours, we have seen roughly almost 25 millimeters of rain wherever it thinks that's going to happen. Basically, what it's showing is pop-up showers and thunderstorms this afternoon. No real organized rain. But see this area right here? That darker blue, that's where that stationary front was set up. And you can sort of see that in the isobars right there. As the isobars are sort of kinked eastward, That's where that boundary is, and that's where the heavy rain will likely set up tonight and this afternoon. But this afternoon, just expect some scattered showers becoming a bit more numerous as we get closer to the evening. Now, this is as of 9:30, and you can see the rain looks like it is becoming a bit more organized. We've seen the heavier rain now developing across the western Avalon and northeastern corner of the island, sort of right in conjunction with that stationary front. Now, some guidance has this heavier rain band that we see right here, a little farther east, a little farther west. Either way, we're going to see a very heavy band of rain somewhere in the vicinity of the eastern Newfoundland overnight tonight. We're also seeing the beginnings of an area of low pressure south of the Avalon Peninsula. You can see that right there with the closed isobar. That low begins to slowly work its way up. As it does that, it will enhance the rainfall across the Avalon Peninsula and eastern Newfoundland. So this is as of 12:30 a.m. It looks like we are seeing some very heavy rain then across much of the southern Avalon, western Avalon, Clarenville area, and now developing out toward Gander and the northeast coast of Newfoundland. Now, as we go into 3:30 Saturday morning, you can see very heavy rain now across much of the Avalon. That's the blue color there. The darker the color, the heavier the rain. The low is slowly drifting east, and we've seen the rain beginning to expand. And then as we go into, that is 6:30 in the morning, it looks like the heaviest rain has pushed off the Avalon Peninsula, but we are still seeing what looks to be a heavy band of rain in the vicinity of northeastern Newfoundland, and that will basically hang tough through 9:30 in the morning, and then the rain will taper off to showers by early Saturday afternoon. So what this model here, the RGEM, is showing is widespread showers and widespread showers today, rain with embedded thunderstorms tonight. How much rain is it showing? Well, this is impressive. It's kind of hard to see the lines here, but here's the Burin Peninsula. The Avalon is sort of where I'm circling with my mouse there, YYT, and the rest of Newfoundland sort of spaced back that way. The scale here on the right is in millimeters. So this bullseye here is between 100 and 150 millimeters across the extreme western part of the Avalon Peninsula getting toward Clarenville. You might look at this and say, oh my God, we're going to have an immense amount of rain. Well, if this is right, we will. That being said, I think it's overdone. The model is showing basically what is convective feedback, fancy term. Basically, it says, it's saying, hey, there's going to be thunderstorms. I think there's going to be a lot of rain here, which there will be, but I think that could be overdone by as much as half. Now, even if that's the case, even if it is overdone by as much as half, we're still talking 60 millimeters of rain for that area. Now, not all models have the heavy rain in this area here. For instance, this is the European model, and sorry about that. My mouse got a little clicky there. And it's showing the heaviest rain across the eastern part of the Avalon, which is about 2 inches, about 50 millimeters of rain or so, with areas just west seeing about 25 millimeters of rain, basically across 25 millimeters of rain, or 15 to 25, I should say, across much of central and northern Newfoundland. Looks like another sort of bullseye on the northern peninsula there. So we've got models in good agreement on there's going to be a heavy band of rain, but they just can't seem to place it in the exact same spot. This is the GFS model. This is taking that same rain band and putting it in the same sort of similar spot as the RGEM model, which is western Avalon, Bonavista, Clarenville area along the northeast coast, and it's showing what looks to be up to 3 inches of rain, or 2.5, which is getting, roughly in the 50 millimeter range or higher, so 50 to 60 millimeters across the northeast coast of the island. So basically, what I want you to take away from this is as follows. We're going to see some heavy rain tonight. The heaviest rain is going to be somewhere in the vicinity of the Avalon Peninsula or the northeastern part of Newfoundland, just west of the Avalon or on the western Avalon. That's where you might see more than 50 or 60 millimeters of rain. I don't think we're going to see 100 millimeters of rain, but something you just have to keep a close eye on. Other areas in red there, 25, 50 millimeters, certainly possible. I think most places should hopefully be on the lower end of that, although we certainly do need the rain. So I'll be tracking this very closely for you throughout the day and hopefully tonight. And I'll be on the NTV Evening News Hour between 6 and 7 and on First Edition at 5:30 this evening. You can find me on Twitter at Eddie Shear, on Facebook, meteorologist Eddie Shear. Thank you for taking time out of your day to watch this. I know I'm going on about 10 minutes now, but I think a setup like this certainly does warrant that. Thank you very much. Have a great day. I'll see you tonight.